Welcome back to Tom, and I'm so excited because we're making these little guys. Can you see them? They're lemon poppy seed shortbread biscuits, and they have a lemon poppy seed white chocolate coating. These are extraordinarily delicious. We're making a small batch, but I'll give you the recipe for the big one. And the reason we're making a small batch is because they are incredibly nourish, incredibly addictive. And the reason we're making them at all is because we're celebrating some awesome kosher products you can find here in the UK. So unlike the US, there's no OU. Even in Israel, it's really well signposted what is kosher. Here, a little bit less so. But these guys, seed and bean, make a lemon and poppy seed white chocolate, which is delicious. And it has, can you see the KLBD logo? Their chocolate is just delicious, and the combination of lemon and poppy seed, amazing. This guy, Nielsen Massey Vanilla, is like the best vanilla I've ever had. It's also KLBD, but there's no sign on it to tell you. Cornish sea salt, also delicious. Also kosher, but no sign on it. So you need to get the app basically to know what you're going for. But they're all delicious, they're all amazing, and they all play a part in our awesome lemon poppy seed shortbread. So we're gonna get started straight away. It's a super simple recipe because shortbread really is. And I'm only doing a half recipe, but it would be 2 cups of flour. I'm using 1 cup. And a 1/4 cup of icing sugar, confectioner's sugar, is going in with that 1 cup, but it would be half a cup, if I'm not confusing you already. Let's add our flavoring. So I have here the grated zest of 1 lemon and half a tablespoon of poppy seeds. Yes, they're delicious, along with a 1/4 teaspoon of our flaky sea salt. So we're just gonna mix all of that together. What I have here is half a cup. In the big recipe, obviously it'd be a cup of cold butter, which I've cubed. I don't know if you can see, but here we go, cube. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to rub it into my flour. If you don't have the patience to rub it in, you could do this in a food processor and just pulse it a few times. It'll come together very, very fast. Rubbing in will take a bit longer, but I don't feel like pulling out my food processor. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna start rubbing it in, and then I'm going to add half a teaspoon of vanilla once it's kind of half rubbed in. If you're doing this in a food processor, just add the vanilla along with the butter. All right, we're going to rub it in until we get this like damp sand type of texture. Let me show you our damp sand type of texture. What's gonna happen is we're gonna keep on rubbing in the butter into the flour mixture, and it's all gonna come together, which is what we want. I'm adding half a teaspoon of vanilla into there, and just keep on rubbing. And if I now go in with one hand and start kind of gathering it into a dough, it's gonna come together, which is what we're after. So hopefully you should get this big ball of dough. Again, if you do this in a food processor, it happens in a matter of seconds. I would not recommend doing this in a mixer. We're trying to keep the flour from being overworked too much. That's why just fingertips here are doing the work. In a food processor, because you could just pulse it and kind of distribute the butter that way, it also works. But here we go. I have my ball of dough, and I'm going to roll it out and then stamp out some shapes. So here's our ball of dough ready to go, and I'm actually going to roll it between 2 pieces of paper. I don't really want to add too much flour if I don't have to, but if you do choose to use the flour, then just use the tiniest drop. I'm circumventing that by just rolling it between 2 pieces of paper, and then lift the paper to make sure it's not sticking too much. And we're rolling to about 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 centimeter. We want it to be shortbread, so not too thin. And it's gonna be delicious. I'm so excited for you. I'm excited for me as well. So I'm gonna keep on rolling. So I have this really cute mini square cookie cutter. I think it's about 1 inch square, which I love. Obviously, you can use whatever shape you want or have. I just love these little squares. So I'm going to punch out as many little squares of dough as I can, and then I'm gonna re-roll the scraps, roll them out again, and punch out some more. So one of my favorite kitchen tools is this guy. It's this very thin spatula type thing. I have an offset one as well, which I use for frosting cakes. But this guy is amazing at taking cookies off of a cookie sheet, like so. So one of those great, really inexpensive kitchen bits of equipment that you don't know you need until someone tells you you can't live without them. So I'm gonna keep on taking my cookies off the sheet, putting them on my baking tray until they're all gone. So all our cookies are punched out. Our shortbread is ready to go in the oven. My oven is set at 325 Fahrenheit, which is 160 Celsius. It's a slightly cooler oven, not by much, but we need these guys to cook a little bit slower, so 12 to 15 minutes until they're starting to turn golden brown on the edges and are set on the bottom. That's what we're looking for. They're quite small, so this is gonna go fast. If you choose to make your shortbread a little bit bigger, give it more time, but 12 to 15 minutes for these little guys at 325 Fahrenheit, 160 Celsius. Into the oven we go. All right, cookies are out. They're gorgeous, they're cooling. Check them out, how beautiful are those? I've got my awesome seed and bean, amazing, delicious chocolate bar. And now I need to decide, am I going to dip, like these guys dipped, or drizzled? So I'm running out of time, so I'm going for a drizzle. So I'm going to actually break up this chocolate bar into a little bag, and I'm gonna microwave it in the bag until it melts. But just look at how beautiful this chocolate bar is. How stunning is that? Obviously, if you can't get a lemon and poppy seed white chocolate bar, any white chocolate will do, and you can sprinkle the top with poppy seeds and it'll look amazing. But if you could get your hands on one of these, they are absolutely delicious. We'll include the links. I'm going to melt into my bag and then drizzle. My bag of melted white chocolate is ready, so I'm gonna snip the tiniest snip if possible, and then drizzle away. I'm so excited about this. So I'm gonna keep on drizzling until all of them have a bit of a drizzle on them. And that is it. I'm gonna let the chocolate set, and then our cookies are ready. Our lemon poppy seed shortbreads are done. They're drizzled with the lemon poppy seed, bean and seed chocolate. They look incredible. I am so excited. They do need to set though. In the fridge, this will take about 10 minutes, out at room temperature about an hour. But how beautiful are these? They're gorgeous, they're springy, they're delicate, and celebrating kosher food wherever you could find it. Wishing everyone an amazing day ahead. Try them out. Lemon poppy seed shortbread. They're delicious. See y'all soon.